Hi, Brian.
So, hi, Brian. Everyone say hi to Brian.
Brian. He's like, shut up and scratch my butt, Dad. That's the only reason why I exist. Just I'm a Brian butt scratcher. That's really my calling in life.
He's our true media mogul. No one knows.
Yeah, he's secretly running the whole show. You big suck. Go lay down, buddy.
Welcome, Mr. Schmid, who you might know as NovaCrypto, to this channel and our show for the first time. If you don't know NovaCrypto, well, I don't know why, because you kind of are all over the place. So yeah, why don't you give us a little bit of an introduction about who you are? We'll do some gratitudes. We'll learn what you've done and what you're up to, and we'll call it a night.
So thank you to having me on your show. It's a pleasure to be with you. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Yeah, so I mean, tell us everything. Like I know, like I've seen you around Twitter a bunch. I've seen you around all the channels a bunch. You know what? Give us a lowdown on what you're up to.
You want a word for the gratitude?
Yeah, I'm pulling that up in a little bit. We'll have that up in a little bit. I figured we'd just kind of get an intro into NovaCrypto and what he's doing.
Oh, NovaCrypto, what is doing NovaCrypto?
Yeah.
So my name is Patrick Schmid. So I do consulting software engineering since 2006 as an independent, basically BI and data analytics. And I have met EOS Nation in October 2018 remotely. And I decided to become an EOS Nation ambassador based in Switzerland, you know. And since then, I try to do education around EOS IO, EOS ecosystem by doing meetups. And since April last year, I have pivoted to do online EOS IO Swiss workshops because pandemic, because the lockdown. I was thinking, how can I continue to do what I am doing? And I was thinking, we are all finished. It's the end of all, but that's not. So I have pivoted for online workshops, and since then I have organized 6 workshops last year, and this year is already September 23rd. That will be my 5th workshop of this year. And December 9, that will be the last one to close the season 2021. And next year, I have already planned for 6 workshops. So the goal is to do that each and every 2 months, to be digest, to not come with every day with something, but to come each and every 2 months with something synthetic, layman terms. That's the goal of those workshops. That's not to be too much technical, and that's address different audience. So you can have a project manager that want to know how it's go, how it's work with the EOS IO, EOS ecosystem. You can have startups. You can have people that are eager to learn, just eager to learn and to understand. So that has to be very abstract and comprehensible for the different publicum. So this is workshops, but it is also, I would say, at the base layer, it's education. So we have to understand the things. And that's the goal of this workshop, to give a very good overview of the current state of the EOS IO, EOS ecosystems. That's the point.
That's cool. I like it. All right. Well, here we are. What are you grateful for?
I am never prepared for that.
And you can take your time. And obviously, totally available for anybody in the comments if you guys want to throw a little gratitude.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that I am grateful, but
do too.
Yeah. Each and every day. But today, I am grateful for I would say, for the heart, soul, and mind human layer we are creating around EOS. So I am grateful for that, for the heart, soul, mind, human layer we are creating around EOS. That's what we want all at the end, to be well connected with great people, and I am grateful for that indeed, for this human layer we are creating. That's that.
Okay, I'm gonna make this too.
So now it is on the wall.
Right? It's official now.
Nice.
Like that one. At you, Passenger Grumpy. Is that the name you want up? PG. Dang it.
Well, you can put NovaCrypto.
Yeah, no, I did. No. I'm looking in the comments. Passenger Grumpy is a dude who is grateful to work with amazing creative minds. Fun name.
Wow.
Yeah, NK, it's actually good on my end. I'm not sure. Nick was just saying he's got some buffering errors. Anybody else having issues with it this morning? Oh, it's STC. Damn it, STC. Sorry, man. It's up there now. All right. Cool beans. So, I mean, what, Patrick, what got you into crypto?
Sorry?
What got you into cryptocurrency?
Basically, EOS, only EOS, you know.
Yeah. How did you hear about it?
Oh, that was in, I think the first time was in October 2017, something like that, in the dawn of the EOS ecosystem, I would say. Very interested about Steemit and BitShares. I have discovered that later on, but I was just discovering Steemit October 2017, and I was looking for a blockchain that is where you can create smart contracts, and I was interested about Ethereum smart contract with Solidity, but that could not solve a lot of use case that we are able to solve with with EOS indeed, this smart contract platform and this code intent that we have versus code is low. So I was appealing by this paradigm, and I was diving into beginning to dive into the rabbit hole, and to find in February 2018 that I would create a startup named NovaCrypto to do decentralized network integration and around different decentralization. And I was choosing EOS.io and EOS blockchain mainnet as an entry point to do decentralized network integration. And that's always the goal today. That doesn't change my, I have not pivoted. It's always the same narrative, and that seems to confirm that I was not totally beside my shoes when I have decided to go into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Small Town Cowboy. I wrote it down as Small Town Crypto because I was asking you about crypto at the time, and my brain is overly full. Anyway, STC, I got you taken care of. Yeah, man, it reminds me. I'm grateful for big ideas this morning. A real long chat with Bullshitfuls. Obviously, like we announced some stuff in the channel about some changes we're making, and it's all to kind of prepare for when active rewards go live, and when automatic withdrawal of uplifting NFTs goes live, and when like the new economic system that people don't really get it yet, but it's going to be infinitely better than the one we have going on right now. Far more available to more people, which means bigger network effect, which means frankly people making more money in that economic system. So just that, like, I'm really, really grateful for big ideas, which of course we have at Uplift all the time, sharing that in large part with the community, but that are close to launch. Like a month from now, all these things are going to be on, right? We're going into final testing for Punch Sign Get Thing, which is epic, man. Like you're going to be able to, and we're going to be beta testing this ourselves, I think, fairly quickly. Again, like I think like middle of next month, like 30 days from now, most of this stuff is going to be on, or I'm going to know exactly when it's going to get turned on, which is fun. But being able to punch a sign and have it automatically mint an NFT, totally coming. Like that's coming for sure. Right. So like,
yeah, totally.
And you'll be able to build a whitelist. Like how much more fun, like, hey, go to this website and like sign up, or let's see how serious you really are. Come to my plot in the Uplift and hang out. You won't even need to punch a sign. Just hang out there for a couple minutes. I'll know you were there because our system knows we were there. And, we're going to have a feature that will basically give you a readout of who came to your plot over a 24-hour period. So like, that'll be the only way I ever build a whitelist moving forward. Right. Because like, I want to know when people are actually going to show up. Right. And you start building that community in there. And of course you make a little bit of upliftium when they come over there, because active rewards are going to get turned on. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get excited about this shit.
Yeah, we are all excited a lot about the NFTs. I think
right?
2021, it's the year of the NFT more than the DeFi.
Yeah.
I think the total value locked into NFTs is worth than DeFi, because you need that for such a lot of use case, and not only for the art, Mona Lisa and all this stuff, but also for legal documents. Mm-hmm. And I am very happy to see Voice coming with the NFT platform. Sure, this is not the Voice we expected at the beginning. But I think we have already a Voice now with Eden on EOS. I will come back on that. We have a real Voice now. We have a human layer, and like it should be by Dan Larimer. So that's exactly what he wants to do. And Voice platform is pivoting with NFTs, and let's see. That could be a nice economy market and public one, because we don't have all the capacity, the ability to create a platform of NFTs like Facings by Lars Kominetsushpat or by .gems of EOS Nation that are creating also an NFT platform. We have not
what's going to be interesting here,
capacity to do that. So
right. I think, we'll see. And I hope they prove me wrong, but Voice is dead. Right? Like, it's been dead for a while. Right. And we'll see. And a lot of people have been trying to get into the marketplace thing, which I get. Like, it makes sense, right? Like Nefty's doing it, although they have some head start. NFT Hive is a great example. But I've been seeing articles like everybody and their dog is making a marketplace. Here's what's going to go wrong. No one's going to care. Right? You need to have network effect of many, many communities being connected to a platform to give it any value, right? Or at least long-term value. Because I know like MLB Tops, like there's specific use cases where people will want to come in and trade within an ecosystem. And there will be some value to that, right? But not as much as if it was connected to a larger ecosystem. Again, getting that network effect. So we'll see. Like I'm not super bullish on marketplaces just because there's going to be 1,000 of them, right? Because everybody's going to have their foot in the door, and we'll see. Like some of them will obviously work, right? Like we're going to gravitate towards some and not towards others. Just the fail rate on marketplaces is going to be 98%. like, because there's so many of them, right? It's inevitable. It's like the fail rate on avatar projects. There's going to be 10,000 avatar projects. 99% of them are going to be worthless. That's going to be the way that it works, right? So you want to follow where the human beings are collecting. And TC just nailed it. Community is key to literally everything. By the way, I've been kind of like, I'm just going to share a snippet of something. Not going to super duper talk about it. I kind of talked about it a little bit on the show yesterday with with Recurrier. Just want to just like that NFT, talk about NFTs and DeFi. The only thing cooler than NFTs is NFTs plus DeFi. So we might be building something like that.
It's an organic layer DeFi embedded into the NFT indeed.
And like my whole thing, the biggest thing Wax is missing, there's a couple, but one of the biggest things that I personally wanted to try and solve was incentivized LP. So you can create LP on Alcor. Great, right? And Kate is doing this a little bit. And I love watching what they're doing, and they're doing a really good job. But having a platform like PancakeSwap on Wax is essential to me, right? Anybody can make a pool. Then anybody can incentivize that pool, because that 0.3 transaction cost for swap pools isn't enough, right? It's not enough to make most people want to whale into a pool, because impermanent loss, if one of the things kind of whales versus the other, it's better to have held one asset or the other, right? So we need to figure out a way to incentivize people to get into those pools, to make them deep enough so that people can actually do transactions and not have a dramatic effect on the price, right? So that's one of the things we've been talking about doing. And you can incentivize the staking of liquidity provided tokens, LP tokens, any way you want, right? So on PancakeSwap and Uniswap, the yield farming is usually done in tokens, but we're just going to do tokens and NFTs and whatever the fuck we want, because that's Wax, right? That's where we live. And then of course all the staking models that are out there having, long-term drips where instead of having an NFT like our planet that you stake and just goes out forever, like obviously our supply is not going to be infinite, but having something that works out stuff over 10 years, right? Like there's a zillion things with NFTs that we can do that will gamify the experience even further, which we're pretty excited about. So it's gonna be fun. Yes. Yeah, actually, Nick, that reminds me, because I'm building a gallery in the Octahedron. We should pop over there. I'll show you what I mean. And I've got a list of NFTs that I'm gonna have up there already, and I'm kind of in the culling process of kicking some out so that I can have other ones. Kind of leaning towards wanting to highlight smaller community projects that not everybody knows about. And so if you want to get one of yours up there, I'd be happy to chat with you about that. I should probably show that. What's going on? So that's interesting too, because I've never looked, Patrick, at the total, the value locked in NFTs, but I think it's a great number, right? Because to me, some people have talked about being kind of averse to having NFTs being sold for dollars on the Wax blockchain. I'm explicitly for it, because what happens if we don't do that? If we do it, for dollars, that's suddenly a larger number in value locked in Wax-based NFTs. All the secondary market is going to be on Wax. And so that the supply-demand economic between the token and the amount of NFTs that are out there, that is creating an imbalance, and the price of Wax will have to go up because there's increased scarcity, right? So that's how I've been looking at it. But I think people are sometimes missing that large companies, especially the brands that are coming into the Wax space, they'll stand up an NFT project, right? They'll get a bunch of Wax. The first thing they do with that Wax is turn it into dollars, right? So the only net result anyway is that there is a larger value locked in NFTs on the Wax blockchain, and that secondary market will slowly start to ramp up. I mean, it's not even that slow, but over time, more people will need Wax to be making moves in the secondary market.
Exact. So that was the first mover advantage of Wax blockchain with the NFTs, and since this year we see also the EOS Atomic Hub coming with different collections on it, with the Chesthedron and also the different collection of dot gems going on EOS Atomic Hub. We have Eden on EOS with the Genesis Eden there. And yeah, generally speaking, we want that the EOS.io blockchains are succeeding, and Wax is one of them. Wax is based on EOS.io. So indeed, we are happy with that, to see that the Atomic Asset protocol is going well, that you have legend.art and uplift.art by MBlueCrypto, Michael Blue, shout out to him, going there. I am a fan of those collections, Yoshi Drops and all this kind of collection, incentivizing to have a better forest, carbon neutral, all this stuff. So yeah, for that, yeah, sure. NFTs is not just about the games. Yeah, there is a gamification embedded for sure. Yeah. But it's not just to say, I have an NFT, it's cool. You are doing something good if you are going with the NFTs. That's the final proof on the chain that you are the owner of something. That's materialized that, indeed, that you are the sole owner of your creation. And I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I completely agree. And it's such a, I still feel like we're at the very, very beginning of realizing what this will look like in 5 or 10 years, right? I mean, it's just the start, right? Like NFTs were first around, 2017 is when they really started to take off. I love seeing my buddy Max Infeld actually had the first Curio cards were the first NFTs that got launched. And of course, the punks were saying they were first or whatever. And they're like, the blockchain doesn't lie. Like these guys were minted, fairly, in advance of this. And the second that collectors figured that out, his and he released these for like 25 cents each. These things, the market cap on them is like $24 million now. It's fucking insane. And he's just like, I don't even. It's crazy. But he was first, right? And like that that collector angle, is such a big deal. And again, I was talking to a courier yesterday. Had a little special show to chat about Metaforce. We keep talking about Green Rabbit all the time, but Metaforce is still going strong. They've got like Hollywood actors now doing the voiceovers for the Metaforce comics release, and that voiceover stuff is only going to be on 1,000 iterations of it. And I'm like, how many freaking legendary packs do I have to get one of these things, right? Because like I don't know, because they're baking that scarcity in, and that to me is like, man, like, can you really do that? Because then people aren't necessarily going to be able to experience it or whatever. But he's right. I think like that, because what does this look like 10, 20, 30 years from now, right? Like there's only 1,000 of those ever created. Those things might be worth millions of dollars each. Who knows, right? But it's pretty epic. Like, and they're just piling so much heart and work into that project. It's awesome. And it's going to be gamified, and you'll be able to do all sorts of crazy shit on the Metaverse land in the Uplift, and I mean they've got spots in other metaverses too, which I think like projects that are looking into that. I'm excited about that, because then who knows what metaverse iteration is going to be best fits for each.
Yeah, you have Minecraft server for your NFTs. Where when you are going on MBlueCrypto, you can have a key that is unlocking you the access to the Minecraft land. When we are on the EOS Atomic Hub, we have Upland. Yeah, exactly, Upland. NFT.gems with .gems NFT Studio. You have the integration with CryptoVoxels and another based on Ethereum, but we don't care. It's just the parcels there. And Somnium Space, they are evaluating. Yeah, AR plus VR integrated with the NFT, that's a good combination, I think.
Yeah.
And if you see also World Proof by Sebastian van der Lans from World Proof, they are timestamping on the EOS mainnet, the documents, but they are adding to that NFTs. Timestamping plus NFTs. That's the correct evolution. So, no, as you say, who know exactly how it will plays out. It's very challenging to answer to that, and the answer is this is always improving each and every day. It's improving the EOS ecosystem, the EOS.io ecosystem, the EOS ecosystem, the different blockchain like Wax, that's evolving at a speed, incredible. And you have a beautiful people into this ecosystem.
Yeah.
If it is only technology, that would be that's mean nothing, and you need the people.
Yep. I think EOS right now is proof of that, right? Like EOS has great technology. No one's there. Right.
No one.
Now I know like Eden's getting there and whatever, but like I was on DeFi Box, honestly, great platform. But looking at their volume it's laughable. Like it's in the tens of dollars on a lot of stuff. Like it's just no one's there, right? And you know, there's a lot of reasons for that. But that to me, like looking at as you know, because I came into this space in 2016, you know, as an investor. Like trader, which I definitely don't do anymore because I found out like I feel so bad watching traders in this space because like 99% of them, I mean that 99% of them would make a lot more money if they did nothing. Like literally just buy something, sit on your hands and shut the fuck up. Like that's I would have made as much, almost as much in 2016, 2017, 2018 by literally doing nothing. And I was trading every single day for 10 hours a day. Right? Like that's frustrating, but it's a good lesson, right? But now like NFTs are like that times 100, right? Like the biggest thing that you can do is just follow TC around and buy whatever he buys. Like that's, you know, it makes it really simple. But, and now it's been easy to do that because I think there's been a lot of products that have come out in the last 4 months that I think are super viable. And we're going to see, I think DLC blogger was talking about this. Matt was talking about this morning on Twitter, is that like, you know, there's if we think that the torrent has been really intense recently, like it's going to 10x over the next 2 years, right? As people understand, you know, the hunger for this kind of thing, there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of projects dropping. Most of them will fail, right? And so, what I'm looking at as an investor in this space, because like over coffee every morning, like I'm getting into every game that I can. Right. And I'm in almost all of them that are kind of in our little ecosystem because I want to understand, you know, why would somebody want to come and do this? I want to understand that really, really well so we can map the best parts of that, translate that into the uplift experience in a way that people really love. Right. So that's sort of why I do that. But I just love buying teams. It makes it easy. Right. Like if, you know, and they even still you can invest in the best team on earth. They could still make a bet that fails. Because we're all throwing spaghetti against the wall here, right? Like we're all, you know, making best guesses and running experiments and you know, doing the best we can. But nobody knows for sure where all this is going, right? So even when you do that, there's going to be some fails, which is why, you know, I'm in 10 of them, not one. You know.
I see the point. You have people that are here totally for the trading, others that are here for the technology, others that are here to see a better world with the use of the blockchain. Different spectrum of values. It's not only true or false. This is adequate system. Adequate, all has to be addressed parallelly. Parallel, And for me, the EOS ecosystem, let's say the EOS.io ecosystem, the EOS ecosystem. So all this beautiful technology think and designed by Dan Larimer, shout out to him. It is to address what I speak for me, that's my point of view. It's to address the better societal layer, technological layer, and also the third layer, technological, societal, and the third layer that I have missed now. I say always there are 3 layers. For sure. And now we see that with Eden EOS, for the first time, we see this human layer, this societal layer with trust, and between directly the people, between peer-to-peer, and that's mean a lot because you can collaborate by knowing that those people are vouched, their intent was
that social capital. I think I love Eden OS, and we had Chris Barnes on a couple days ago. Love that guy.
I too. Shout out to Chris.
Right, he's awesome. But yeah, like looking at the and you can see from this, because it's sort of in MVP, minimum viable product stage for Eden OS, but the values that it is expressing, equal access to democracy and to collaboration. No one's ever seen that on the face of the earth before. Not really, right? Anyone on earth can be part of any digital nation that they want to. That's fucking epic, right? Like that, 1,000 years from now, everything might run on that, right? 100 years from now, probably not, but it'd be better if it did, right? So like it is an absolute upgrade to the way we execute governance now. So everything some volume going on over there. But the social capital thing, right? Like you need to be who you say you are. There's no more hiding, behind anonymity. And for collaboration and trust between people, that's essential, right? I think it's a huge part of how we need to move forward.
Yeah, indeed. When you are in Eden, you are in your group, and you are just focused on your group, and you have to reach consensus and to go to the next level. Mm-hmm. And when you are reaching the next level, maybe it's because the other were happy with the proposal that you have to push, or maybe there was no other best representative as you to go to the next round. So it's very beautiful. And when you come to the last round, this is totally randomized. It is randomized. That means in the last round, maybe all the people in this group maybe deserve to win. And that's we see that in the last election. You have Chris, Felix Ruiz, Joshua Seymour, and Amy Hines. Amy Hines has win totally randomized at the last round. He win the 2K prize for that, but all could win. That's the beauty. And when you see this current Eden board member now, they are doing a fantastic job, led by Chris. I say lead by Chris, but indeed lead by these 4 chief delegates. That's the beauty. And this holacracy framework also, that's something totally beautiful, because we don't need a hierarchical structure. We need totally collaborative ecosystems. I love that. So you can collaborate between the different ecosystem, and the ecosystem that we have now on EOS Eden, we have Pomelo, and we have EOS Starter, the incubator, all on EOS, not on other iteration, just on the EOS mainnet. Not wax.
Right. No, I mean, that was my biggest, like the second that Voice said, yeah, we're not really going to use the EOS token, I was like, fuck off. Like how, like that, it was such a ridiculous thing to say you can't use the own system that you've been designing yourself. Like that was amazing to me. And so having that, and like Yves LaRose and the rest of the team behind this that are saying, hey, listen, like, no, there's a really good that collaborative nature. Like, we're actually going to apply EOS-based resources for EOS-based projects. What a weird idea. like that you would actually map some of the value of this token to projects that would then use that freaking token, right? That blockchain. And require that, because that creates that economic loop that brings value to it. And so people that were actually believing that value, you're sort of moving that space along in the way that we were told that it would, back in 2016 or 2017, whatever it was.
Yeah, and the EOS mainnet can be used as a settlement layer, as it should be.
Makes sense. Even as a
settlement.
central node with all the side chains, right? I mean, that makes sense to me too, because like the way they're designed, the bridges should be easy, right? Like it should be absolutely nothing to take tokens from one EOSIO chain to the other and back, because they're all talking the same language.
Exactly. So what is the use case of EOS mainnet at first? It's to be an auditable layer, settlement layer, the radio station where all is flowing, decentralized exchange, maybe some centralized exchange. It's not sometimes bad to have centralized exchange if the intent of the people into this centralized exchange are good intent.
Yeah, so the way I think you're right. The way I see centralized exchanges is like, we can like it or not like it. It doesn't matter, right? Like
we can like or not. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Any exchange that wants to integrate with large institutions, and basically these legacy financial architectures that still account for like 99.9% of economics on the face of the earth, right? They're everything, right? That are in our nice, awesome, much better little bubble, right? But like wanting to interface with them, having regulatory and KYC, having all that stuff buttoned down, they don't have a choice, right? To access and integrate with these markets. It is absolutely required. Otherwise, these other companies that might, institutions that would be looking at it, are suddenly staring massive risk in the face, and they have a lot to lose, right? So that, things like Bullish, if they actually, deliver on their promise. This was the team that brought us Voice and a $40 million web URL. So again, like, they're going to need to prove it to me before I believe it. But it's the right play, right? For a company that's sitting in that position, it's the right thing to do, right? And we'll see, obviously delivering. It's like, I rant about this all the time. Ideas are fucking easy. Everybody has ideas. Who fucking cares? Execution is everything, right? And we'll see if they can do that. And this is why, honestly, I'm really excited about Eve. Obviously everybody who's working on Eden OS, because they're already executing, right? That MVP works, and it's only going to get better. That's fascinating and awesome to me. But then you have
people that say, the Eden the Eden on EOS, there is no proven track record, or there is no past. But guys, we are since May 13, where Chris Barnes was elected, and since then, what? We are playing to cricket? No, we are working on that. We are iterating.
We talk to Chris every few weeks, and there's always stuff going on.
Yeah,
and
but
like that,
it's not only Chris.
Right? It's everybody, and it shouldn't be just Chris, right? It's everybody.
All these people around. All these people around are doing something. You have shadow people totally not appearing into YouTube or videos, but they are working. We are all working, and we are doing what we have to do. We don't ask any permission to do the things we are doing. Just do it, and don't wait that sometimes give you the keys of the castle and to do something. You don't need to ask. You have to do with all your heart, your soul, and your mind, and you arrive to something beautiful at the end. So otherwise, what we are doing here, maybe tomorrow all is finished and we have regrets. No. We don't want to have regrets. We want to be proud of what we are doing. So you are proud because you are in Brax, you are in Uplift, .art, Legend.art. You are doing beautiful things. So what we can be better than we are the happiest guys into this current world that we are living now. Not all people have this chance to build on something so beautiful. And thanks to Dan Larimer, thanks to the current Clarion team, thanks to all these beautiful person into this ecosystem. It's EOS is more than technology. EOS.io, EOS, Wax, all this stuff. It's more than technology. It's something human, societal, and we are improving us every day. I think, Corey, you are a better version than yourself than 5 years ago. I think you are a better Corey now than never. So that's the...
That is an absolutely beautiful way to put it. And I gotta cut it off here because I gotta get ready for my next meeting. But thank you so much for coming on, and we'll definitely have you on again soon. I feel that. I think that's a really, really awesome way to look at it. And it's real, right? Like we're being given the opportunity to move into systems that are designed to enhance the lives of people and to build more community. Like, what the fuck is better than that? Like, I don't know. Right? It's just like, yeah, thank you for this morning. For real. Thank you very much for coming on. Yeah, you kind of gave me a kick in the pants. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, and for all the people that want to come and to register, there is no registration. It's just coming on September 23rd, 3:30 UTC. That will be online. I have 7 interviews with 11 guests. That's the record of EOS.io Swiss Workshop. I have never doing that in the past. That will be 11 guests, 7 interviews, and we will address a lot of subjects, a lot of topics. And I think that will be the good momentum, because Q4 2021, this year, we have to focus on Eden on EOS, EOS Starter, Pomelo, bullish. We will see.
Maybe.
Voice platform. Maybe. We will see. There are a lot of things to be bullish without to be with the bullish global or without to be with voice. We are already bullish for these 3 things: Eden on EOS, Pomelo, and EOS Starter. And I am also building something for the EOS community. It's a tool named MindWeb. So MindWeb.io. It's a website. You can go mindweb.io, and I am building a knowledge-based platform based on mind mapping, on mind maps. That's totally visual, and the users can upload their own mind map that they have on their computer, and they can enrich existing mind maps onto this platform, and there will be an NFT minted on the EOS Atomic Hub. So I am doing currently interface between MindWeb and the EOS Atomic Hub. That's the challenging part.
That seems really interesting. I like that as an idea. Anyway, listen, I'm sorry, man. I gotta make some more coffee and then get ready for. We're actually going live. Mblu and an artist that's dropping on Yoshi drops pretty soon. So we're gonna be live back on this channel in like 10 or 15 minutes, and I need to make more effing coffee. But NovaCrypto,
thank you. Me.
No, let's have you on before the September thing. We'll have you on again and chat about it again, so we can get as many people over there as we possibly can. Because it sounds
thank you, Corey, for that.
All right, here comes the chop.